What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Miles of Horror, the only channel that's going to make you scream. Appreciate you guys hanging out. If you would be so kind as to hit that like button, please subscribe to my channel if you like what you see. And let's get right into today's topic. Talking about an indie film called Cannibal Comedian, directed and co-written by Sean Haitz, who's totally a great dude. It's an indie film. So a few months back, I was actually taking a look at one of my favorite boutique labels called Scream Team Releasing. If you're not familiar with them, definitely go check that out. But I've been meaning to do a big order to catch up on some things over the past year or so, because they do some amazing work, and I've yet to get something from them that I don't just adore. And I love seeing them at cons and saying what's up. They're some of the coolest dudes in the indie horror community. I love them so much. And so I wanted to get some back catalog stuff that I don't own. And I figured this time around I'd grab a bunch of VHS, because that's the format that I've been really vibing with lately. I came across a bunch of great titles like Looky Lou and Exposure and the Cruel Summer Trilogy, and all this good stuff. So I carded about 14 VHS titles. And one of those titles was Cannibal Comedian, which again is a indie film directed and co-written by Sean Haitz. And so in my Scream Team releasing order, I picked up the majority of those titles, but I left Cannibal Comedian out. I didn't end up getting it in that order. And about a month of time goes by, and I was just kind of like doing my thing. And Sean Haitz, the director of the movie, actually reached out to me on social media, oddly enough, which is funny, the timing of that. And he hit me up and he asked me if I was interested in reviewing his movie. And I told him, like, listen, I'm totally interested. I was actually looking at this movie on Scream Team's website. I wanted to see it. I just couldn't swing it this month. And I'd be glad to review it because I really wanted to see it. So before I give you any more thoughts and anything else on this, let me just take you guys to Scream Team Releasing's website so you guys can get a feel for the movie, and where you can access it. Because you can order it in a number of different ways. So on Scream Team Releasing's website, it's actually one of the watermarks right at the top. So let's see if we can find it here. Boom, Cannibal Comedian starting at $19.99. I love that graphic. It was a really fun movie, guys, and we'll give you my thoughts. But if we click right here, let's go to order now. There's a few different ways you can order this movie. It's got the Blu-ray with the limited edition slip. It's got just the Blu-ray with the regular slip, and I believe the limited edition is the fact that it's signed. And then you can get the VHS, which is what I was looking at getting, with the red tape, etc. So if you are interested in ordering it now or after this review, this is where you can find it. It's also streaming, I believe, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But anyway, so let me get into the movie. Let me just bring back my screen here. So yeah, so Sean was an awesome dude. He was super nice and hit me with a code to stream it. And I strongly regret not grabbing the VHS. I'm totally gonna get it eventually. This movie rules. It's a ton of fun. And to be honest with you, it has so much of what I love about the horror genre in terms of originality and discovery and freshness. The movie does a lot of things really, really well, but above all, it's just new and it's fresh and it's original. So tip of the cap to Sean and company for writing just such an awesome script, because if you guys follow my page over on Instagram, my social media page, I really am all about the discovery these days. And I've seen so many movies that I'm really into the indie vibe, and things like Cannibal Comedian are exactly what I'm looking for at this point in my horror movie watching life. I just adore these indie films and these original scripts so much. So let me just show you guys a quick thing. If you know nothing about the movie, check this out.
Everybody give a round of applause for Charlie the Cannibal Comedian.
Hey, how we all doing tonight? Good. So, I was out with this girl last night. She wasn't too pretty on the outside, but as I say, it's her insides that count, right?
So it's her insides that count. So let me just tell you guys also, yes, Sean did give me an opportunity to review this movie. So thank you, Sean, endlessly. I really appreciate you. But I'm gonna give you my honest thoughts. And like I said, this was in my cart before he even hit me up. So it was a movie I was considering. So again, that was kind of funny how that worked out. But anyway, so the main character Charlie is a cannibal, as you can see, who captures this blonde performer star named Crystal, and he begins practicing his comedy stand-up routine on her as she's kind of chained up, her mouth taped, etc. throughout the movie. And it's kind of his dream to be a stand-up comedian, but he's also a cannibal. So, Charlie battles back and forth about whether he should follow through with this dream of being a comedian. So he kind of like turns to this blonde who's chained up in his house for advice, and he kind of like confides in her, and she kind of pushed him to kind of to chase his dreams. And that's kind of like the major plot of the movie without spoiling anything. And things start to transpire from there, and it's just a bloody and gory and funny and bizarre and just a good time romp. At the end of the day, those are the kinds of movies that I gravitate to the most these days. And the opening scene is like, it's brutal, it's fun, it's funny, it's kind of this like chase scene that sets the tone and lets you know that the vibe of this movie is on point, because you're gonna know right from the start that this is going to be a good time. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be gory and funny and all that good stuff. The dialogue and the one-liners right from the start are cheesy and campy and fun in all the right ways. And I think that's important because you get a lot of these indie movies that are just kind of like bland and dry and kind of drab. I've seen endless amounts of them, and they're original and fresh, but they're also just drab. Cannibal Comedian is not that. It is original and fresh and fun, and it keeps your attention, and it's just a blast of a good time. So listen, the movie is Cannibal Comedian. Sean, thank you guys endlessly for hooking me up, letting me review this movie. I'm totally planning on getting the VHS eventually. This movie is totally my vibe, so it was a good fit for me to review. And I look forward to more from this team. And what they're going to do in the near future. So definitely check it out, guys. The movie is Cannibal Comedian. If you have any questions, hit me up hit me up in the comments, or hit me up on Instagram over at Miles of Horror. And so thank you guys for hanging out, and I will catch y'all later. Deuces.